very warm welcome to the Insider SA, your guide to living better. Join us today as we open up to a fresh take with actor Linda Mtoba's new Glam Mag cover shoot, shot on a phone. Chef Simphiwe Zondi shares the scrumptious science behind his French-baked biscuits with Kelly Khumalo. Reality TV stars who rub each other the wrong way, Mabusi, Seme and Jojo Robinson try a fresh start. Lucky in Love choreographer Bontle Modiselle and rapper Priddy Ugly share what keeps their romance like new. A kid who couldn't stop climbing trees. Arborist Leon Visser grows into a man still climbing trees. And learn to make fresh cheese from goat's milk in just 2 days. Actress, content curator and brand ambassador Linda Mtoba thrives on fresh challenges. The latest was being part of a magazine cover shoot where Miss Mtoba was about to take full advantage of the power she holds in her hands.
So guys, I'm Linda Mtoba and you're watching The Insider, and today you guys are inside our official Samsung cover. I'm so excited to be an official brand partner for Samsung, and today we'll be shooting the whole thing using the new Galaxy S22 Ultra. So I like to describe my career path as a bit of a love story. You know, a friend of mine sent me on a blind date to go have an audition, and that's literally where I fell in love with acting. That's my first love, my first passion, and since then I've grown. You know, as the industry grows, it's really important as a person to be able to be innovative and to grow with the times. So when content creation came about and influencer came about, I made sure that I'm going to be part of those people that do that as well, because I could see that's what's next. And I think being in the industry, it's so important to actually know what is next, you know. And then I became a mom as well, which was what's next in my life as well. And I think being a mom, being a wife, being a content creator, and being an actress is such an amazing balance to have, because it's all part and parcel of who I am, you know. As umuntu ziningi izinto that fill our cups up. And I like my cup to be colorful and beautiful and full of life and full of challenges and full of great unknown as well.
Fashion photographer Nikita Bento was experiencing firsthand just how professional this technology has become.
So today we are trying to create images that encapsulates what each individual woman is. Okay. So I usually shoot on a professional camera, DSLR, but today we are shooting on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. So normally you would not think that those two could compare, but you'll be pleasantly surprised when using this device. It has the exact same features that you would need to shoot the exact same images, and the megapixels are just as high, so the quality is the exact same as what you would get out of a DSLR.
This triple threat of Linda, Nabila Karim and Kay Ngonyama made quite a cover for Glamour magazine editor-in-chief Nontando Mposo.
We are shooting Glamour's June cover, which is our Disruptors issue. So we have Linda on the cover, we have Nabila, and we have Kay, 3 creators that are doing amazing in their spaces. I mean, Linda is one of the leading top digital creators. We just had to head her. So we wanted to go for something that represents each and every one of them. So the fashion is very vibrant, a lot of local designers, because we're celebrating local designers all the time. And yeah, we just wanted something that just brings the 3 personalities together. Linda has been in the digital space before that. I mean, we all know that she's an actress, and she's a standout actress. And as a digital creator, she stands out in what she does. And we love her content and we love her personality. And yeah, she produces great work.
Lockdown impacted me as a content creator in the sense that we had to think outside the box. The box being our surroundings, the box being our homes. I think it pushed us to be a bit more authentic. If you weren't authentic, it had to be a bit more authentic than what you were. You know, it kind of made us all have to show our true selves, which is honestly what I strive for all the time, is to always express myself as myself. And it kind of made you think out the box, like what can you do at home? How much content can you actually create in your house? So yeah, it was amazing, and my phone came in really handy.
What Linda puts on the gram, whether serious or fun, it's all part of her broader belief that by inspiring or uplifting one woman, you raise a community. In this case, with a message to be a little brave.
Oh my gosh, guys, there's no way full beats, everything, hectic. But you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Let's do it. Let's rock. Literally, let's rock. So what about Johnny?
Welcome to S3EP. My name is Jeff. I'll be your instructor today. So firstly, you have to get the shoes and the harness.
Normally, how long is the climb up?
It takes like a beginner 3 to 4 minutes to get to the top, because sometimes if you're a first timer, you're shaking up, you're scared. I normally advise them not to look down when you're climbing. The goal is just to face up.
But that's life, you know, that's life. Life must never look down, must always keep looking up.
Yes.
As her wing woman on this mission, Miss Mtoba had chosen to rely on close family.
So today I needed someone who was gonna help me, support me, be there for me, my Betty, also my little cousin, my sister, Mate. Round of applause at home. The crowd goes wild. Today, looking forward to today. Looking forward is a tricky one. Am I looking forward to it? You know what I mean? It's a bit of a rocky situation. But I am looking forward to testing myself, looking forward to trying new things. I'm always about that. I'm about experiencing new things. So I'm excited for the experience, and of course, elevation. Always look up, never down.
As a certified teacher, Linda is used to creating lessons from her own experience.
I use my device to create content pretty much all the time. Like every day it's with me everywhere that I go, because content is meant to be created everywhere that you are. So from it being water resistant, I mean, I have a 2-year-old daughter who loves to play with water. I know that if my hands are kind of busy with my 2-year-old daughter or just with me in my life, I know I can use my hands-free option to capture the moments as well. Another feature that I absolutely love is split screen. With split screen, I'm able to be on YouTube and watch my videos or tutorials and also reply back to my people on WhatsApp all at the same time. This Galaxy S22 Ultra is a life accessory because you need it for every day, you need it for everything. Be it playing music on your phone, be it recording the moments that you want, be it shooting your professional videos, which is what I also need to do. Sometimes I need to submit the content by myself because with COVID right now, we can't go for auditions. I use that to record my self-tapes as well. So when I say to you, it is the ultimate camera and phone all in one, it's incredible. When I said the rules were broken, we're making new ones here. There she there. There she there. Go! Keep going, don't give up, go! She did it though. Woo! The champ is here. The champ is here. Me. And that's you, heavyweight champ. Me. No, you did so well. I'm very, very proud of you. I'm so glad that I was actually here to capture the moments with you. So the Insider Esther has been inside with me and my Galaxy S22 Ultra, which has been absolutely unbelievable, except for the part where I failed, but besides that, it's been very, very nice.
Get busy living. That's Linda's ever-fresh take on life. And heads up, the Glamour June issue shot by the Samsung S22 Ultra 5G is now available on shelf to purchase. Coming up, the two TV divas quit fighting to start playing nicely and meet the boy who never stopped climbing trees. Two women making the good life in Durban highly entertaining are reality TV stars Mabusi Seme and Jojo Robinson. Mabusi, a self-made businesswoman, and Jo, the artist who's remade her life, both joined us for a day of fun without the drama, and with Jo's makeup artist, Kylie Pretorius.
So we are here today at ULAC, and we're going to laser you under the armpits.
Oh my gosh. Are we ready?
So I need the most painful laser that you have, please. I am a Durbanite, but I am actually born in Joburg. So we currently live in Salt Rock in Durban. I'm the spoiled rich one. So there are a lot of different things that I actually do to look after myself. I have quite a hectic skin routine. So beautiful. I do multiple different treatments, from laser genesis to microdermabrasion to the derma pen. Yeah, and I've got like probably 20 different little skin treatments that I have to have different times. Like when we travel, it's a nightmare because I've got like a case of my beauty stuff and it like has to come.
For an artist painting vast abstract pieces, the canvas Jo's best known for is her body.
we are basically doing your lymphatic drainage massage, aka vacuum. So this is good for your blood circulation, good for stimulation as well. So it drains all the toxins if you have any toxins in your body.
So I was really excited to try a new beauty treatment today, but Jojo talked me into doing laser hair removal. I was so nervous, but it was actually painless. It was a breeze. So I would definitely do that again. Yeah, I wouldn't have actually done this if Jojo didn't convince me to, but it's a fun girls' day out, and being a makeup artist, it's cool to experience different beauty treatments and see what's out there. So I'd definitely do it again, even though Jojo's gonna be disappointed that I didn't get zapped.
This is second nature to Mabusi, who's built a business empire on treatments like these.
So I'm here really because I'm in the beauty industry. I'm an entrepreneur. So anything beauty, I'm here. I love beauty. I'm here to just spend my time with Jojo and see who's in it today, what you can get up to, and just enjoy our day.
For 2 stars, typically at odds, Tatum Lee Bakos offered a Zen alternative.
So the pottery is a place where people come together of all ages, families, friends, kids come together and they allow themselves to get creative. So the idea here is to give them a space to be able to, even if it's just painting a bowl completely blue, but just to get in touch with the color, bring the brush to hand and the brush to the pot and just start creating whatever it is. This is a space to explore.
Both Mabusi and Jojo are happily married and mothers to children they adore. But on screen, it often seems they'd sooner throw pottery at each other than paint it.
Are you ready for some painting?
I'm ready, babe. Oh,
Actually, I feel like I should.
this little puppy.
So I think this is giving me like fruit vibes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a watermelon. So Mabusi and I's friendship, we've had a roller coaster ride of friendships. We've had our ups and downs. We've had blowout fights, like full-on blowout fights.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like as women, Mabusi and I, we've always managed to come back together. But honestly, I think you are an incredible human being. I don't even think people realize what a woman she is.
While Mrs. Seme loved drawing at high school, it's Mrs. Robinson who picked up the brush later in life.
I'm super glad I brought you here today, Mabusi, firstly, because this is my world. So like the art world is my world.
Yes.
I sort of got into it when I was going through a bad patch in my life.
Yeah.
And I felt like I needed an outlet. And art sort of became my outlet. The tattoos sort of became a way for me to cover up like the old Joe. And then it naturally just moved to me becoming an artist. And the art became like became who I became, you know, it became Jojo.
At a very young age, I've always been ambitious, knowing very well I'm a single woman and also I'm a single mom. So everything that I do, I need to push hard because, you know, failing and losing was not an option. I started doing business in school, in high school, because my mom didn't want me to worry her about pocket money. So she tried by all means to get me off her back. So she bought chips, chocolates, all those things for me to sell, so that I don't ask her for money. So that's where my love for business started.
So I'm glad I have you here today.
I'm excited, I love it. I'm really enjoying it too. You have no idea.
Huh?
I'm enjoying it.
So relaxing.
It's so lovely.
Where Mabusi would normally meditate or read the Bible to chill out, Jojo is the adventure-seeking kind, always up for something fresh. Doing this, they met each other halfway.
I hope you guys enjoyed the whole pottery.
We painted. Thanks for skipping it.
Thanks. Sorry, I had to get to
You
work.
were MIA.
I don't mind doing it again, honestly.
I think going forward for me and Mabusi, you can definitely expect less drama. You know, just being friends now.
Yeah.
And learning about each other, maybe introducing our families and our kids.
And also, it's more importantly, we're from different cultures.
Yeah.
For us to
mention that.
understand each other, I
love
need
that.
to understand your culture.
So going forward,
yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Why not? You can come to my township too.
I'm coming. Invite me.
Was the fact that I didn't get zapped as much as Jojo wanted me to? I mean, was yours sore?
Do you want to do the zap?
I would do it again, yes. I would do it again.
I felt nothing.
I felt a little something.
Cheers to this.
Cheers
to the future, to friendship. Yay.
It's these kind of fire meets ice relationships between central characters which form the lifeblood of the freshest shows, and long may the two of them continue to blow hot and cold. While the divas of Durban have stopped driving each other up the wall, down in the winelands, arborist Leon Visser can't get enough of climbing trees. Having studied and lectured on these magnificent creations, once he got into the hands-on business of managing and needing to climb them, it was the ultimate breath of fresh air in his career.
So I'm an arborist by profession, and my work involves trees and tree healthcare and basically anything to do with trees. That's my day job. The other thing I enjoy doing is climbing trees, and so for fun. So we call that recreational tree climbing. But it's one of the things that I've grown to really lean into and enjoy. When you're climbing, it is dangerous. Let's just be honest, it's not you off the ground. Your gear is important. Your anchor points, what you tied into, is critical, because if you anchored into something that's going to fail, it doesn't matter how much you're putting your trust in that anchor point or that equipment or whatever. If it's faulty, you toast. You're not going to make it. So it's just a constant reminder through the whole exercise of what are you putting your trust to, and what is your anchor point.
Like some real-life grown-up Jack and the Beanstalk, Leon and his friend Tal Berry climb to see what's up there.
I started climbing informally and as a kid. So that's long ago, that's like in the 60s. Or 70s, let's say, that I started. We had trees where we lived. It was a big cedar tree. And I think that's where I wouldn't say hooked on tree climbing, but I enjoyed climbing, free climbing there. There was no idea of harnesses and ropes and all of that stuff. That only came when I started doing this as a professional kind of pastime, I suppose you could say.
It's a fresh new sport, but those involved, like Leon, are such enthusiasts that even when he lost fingers in an accident, he kept climbing.
This was a terrible accident 6 years ago. On Christmas Day, I happened to be doing woodwork at the end of the day, and I was working with a table saw, and my hand landed from here, almost through the cut, dunk, onto the blade. I'm left with that, which I'm happy with. I'm content with what I've got left.
With faith as his rock and his wife of 37 years as his great influence, he hasn't looked back.
The type of tree climbing that we do requires substantial equipment and gear. It's critical to go through a whole sort of safety check. Wherever we climb, and whoever climbs with me, they get taught how to climb safely and on your own, as it were. And one way that we get into the tree is using this device. So this is we call it a big shot. So it's a monster catty. And this pulley system enables us to wind it up quite fast so that we can shoot over 30 meters high up into the tree. So we're gonna try getting this line into the tree. And this will be by hand, so we call this a cradle throw. The one way to throw this way. The other way is to throw. I'm going to use what we call a cradle throw. So we make a little loop like this. And then we've got enough leverage to throw it like that.
With the line looped over a branch, they use it to pull a rope up and over that branch, and then they're set.
Once we've got our anchor points in and our ropes are in and we're secured, we then move up the rope. So there's different ways of doing this. The primitive way with the least gear is what we call foot locking, which I'll demonstrate now. So what we do, we get as much height as we can, and then there's a technique of ascending the tree using your feet. So you make a little loop like this, and then you move up in that fashion. trees are all unique, they're all different. So it's not a plantation, it's not the same, it's not like a fruit orchard. Every tree is different and every tree's got its own character and its own kind of thing. And one of the things we enjoy doing is trying not to conquer the tree, so we want to get up and get across, it's just to discover this tree. They're all different.
Yeah, every tree is a puzzle. So sometimes we get a big challenge and then we just get right up it and unexpectedly and it's easy. And then other times we'll get halfway up and something will get stuck and it turns into a different adventure of retrieving something in a very difficult to reach spot.
The climb isn't really finished until your rope's on the ground with the cambium saver. So we've had occasions where either the rope's got stuck in the tree or the cambium saver's been left up there or something like that. So the climb is finished when that thing flops on the ground and it's like, okay, we're done. I really feel that I'm privileged to be able to live in the environment that I do. It's right on my doorstep and it almost feels, I wouldn't say wrong, but it would be such a missed opportunity to just go and only read a book or play a computer game. So for me, the mountains especially are such a wonderful gift from God to be able to enjoy, and I just love to be able to do that and have that opportunity.
With every new eucalyptus, cedar, oak or elm that he climbs, Leon gets a fresh perspective on life and the blessings we find in trees. Right after this, Chef Simphiwe Zondi has one afternoon to turn Kelly Khumalo into an ace French biscuit baker. Simphiwe Zondi's dream patisserie here in Sandton seems worlds and generations away from his township roots in rural KwaZulu-Natal. Here's how, at the age of only 27, he's taken the humble magic of a fresh-baked cake and turned it into a celebrity favorite and household name.
Hi, my name is Simphiwe Zondi, well known as Chef Zondi, and welcome to my patisserie. So I grew up in a very small township in KZN in Eshowe, and that's where I grew up with my parents and my grandmother. That's when my love was discovered for cake art, where I'd go out and play with my grandma's Tupperwares, would make mud cakes. You know, the entire community and my parents and my family were so supportive from the time growing up. They really nurtured me and, you know, groomed me to become who I am today. Cake art is basically one expressing themselves through food, one being able to show the emotion and feelings through what they make. Putting your heart on a plate that you can eat. It's actually all edible. That's how I can describe cake art.
Inspiration struck when young Simphiwe would watch his mother, Mrs. Cindy Zondi, bake and cook all at once without a single muffin or pot ever burning.
Chef Zondi ngiqale ukumbona ukuthi une-passion yokubhaka the moment entshontsha izitsha zikamawa uTupperware ekhabetheni, eya nawo estradini, eyokwakha amakhekhe, eyobhaka amakhekhe. Konke no-anyanisi namazambane. Masisebenza sobabili no-Chef Zondi, we are having fun and siyitshela nje ukuthi lokho esikwenzayo kusuka from phakathi othandweni lethu.
Working with her is a dream come true. It's such fun and it's such pleasure to have her present in everything that I'm doing, and it's such a blessing for me.
As he's keen to point out, behind the glorious icing, the recipe is one of determination, sacrifice, and commitment.
We offer a lot of range of pastries and baked goods at the bakery every single day. If ever you need a freshly baked good, we always have it in store. But today we are going to ice one of my favorite cupcakes, which is the chocolate, as well as the vanilla cupcakes. We have our French buttercream over here, which we'll take and divide evenly into 3 bowls, and then we'll just add some color to it. And then I'll show you a trick on how to mix all 3 colors into just one piping bag. Usually when I decorate your novelty cakes or wedding cakes, whatever it is, I don't usually like doing much talking. Everyone in the kitchen will tell you that I'm silent, I'm in my corner, and I don't want anyone near me. Reason being is I just need time to focus and pay attention to detail.
A first-year psychology student in his spare time, Chef clearly enjoys a mental challenge.
So here's the trick on how to get all these 3 colors into one bag. So what you do is you hold your bag, you grab a bit of the green, you put it on the one side, a bit of the orange, you put it on the other side, and then lastly, you take your yellow and you put it right in the center, and you do the same process until you get enough buttercream in there. So the chocolate ones will be the rosette, and then the vanilla ones, I'll do the nice tall swirl. So with the rosette, you start right in the center, you push out, and you go to the outer edges, and you just do it like that. With the swirl, you start on the outer edge, and you work your way to the center, but to the top. And you're gonna do exactly the same this side, on the edge, work your way to the center, to the top. And to finish off my cupcakes, I'm just gonna sprinkle some nice colorful sprinkles.
Starting out in business, knocking on doors, Simphiwe saw many rejections before he realized he had to start with what he had already and a vision of where he wanted to be.
Making cakes for some of South Africa's A-listers is such a humbling experience, to be honest. I mean, from making a cake from someone I grew up watching on television, Ukarabo, Mam Connie Ferguson, to now making for former Miss SA, Mabusi, Khumalo, the Voice of Africa, Mrs. Kelly Khumalo. And doing this for them is such an amazing and humbling experience.
Many of the same A-listers see echoes of their own stories in Chef Zondi's, and every cake they commission or bag of biscuits they buy is a salute to his having made it.
We're now going to be making some sablays, and with me we have the Voice of Africa and my friend,
Yes.
Kelly Khumalo. Please make some noise at home. So a sablé is a French shortbread.
Okay.
It's basically just your normal biscuit. You crack your egg.
Okay, you crack.
But make sure that your yolk does not break.
Okay, let's.
And that is key, very important.
Yeah.
And what we're gonna do now is use our hands to separate the egg yolk from the egg white.
You're kidding me.
So what you do is, you gently lift it up, and you just play with it
until
all the egg white is separated from the yolk. Then you're gonna take your yolk and put it into the other one.
Oh, I did it.
Nazia?
Lovely.
There you go.
When not mixing yolks, butter and vanilla, Simphiwe runs an NGO, helping children's homes and maybe soon mentoring the next Chef Zondi.
Baking is a science, you know.
Okay.
It is so important that you get your measurements right, that you get your temperatures right.
Okay.
That you literally everything...
Get everything right.
Everything right, or else it's just gonna flop.
Even singing has its own measurements. You know, in terms of songs, there's songs that don't need you to overdo anything because the essence of the song requires you to tap into that softer side of who you are. So having to tame the beast into, listen, it's a soft song, be soft, it takes quite a lot.
It's a mission.
That's another measurement, you know, in terms of singing.
To bake bread is to settle your differences, while mixing dough and baking biscuits is about making lifelong friends.
I can see that, like I can feel the texture.
Yes.
It's that biscuit texture.
Yes, yeah.
You know? Wow, it's amazing what measurements can give you.
The one that you know what this biscuit's gonna hit. Your hands are very warm, I can tell, because now your butter is not firming up because your hands are so warm.
Yes.
I even feel your dough is even so warm.
My hands are forever warm.
Heal my flour, heal the stone, please.
Theatre is Chef's second love, and outside of baking, the part he most dreams of playing is as an African prince in a period drama.
Then you're gonna grab your cutter,
okay,
and just dip it into the flour. You just dip it in there. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna press down,
okay,
and release. Then you're gonna grab your spatula, and what you're gonna do is take it right underneath, so you can grab that.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And then you're now
the shape is right there.
And you're now gonna just place it on. There you go. Nazog.
Okay.
And you do the same with all of them.
Getting the hang of it.
Nazog. You're a fast learner, hey? And I'm just gonna pop them in the oven for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Until they're nice golden brown, and then we're good to go.
Literally 10 minutes?
Just 10 minutes, and they're done. You just bake them at 180 for 10 minutes.
Lovely.
What set Simphiwe's baking apart is its appeal to all generations, and his niece Tamara is a big fan.
I'm not a fan of sweet stuff, but when it comes to Chef Zondi's cakes, I literally lose my marbles because the texture is right, the flavor comes through beautifully. Those cakes that are given too much sugar, it gets to a point where it literally sits here. He doesn't do that. You literally get all the flavors, all balanced, like he said. He is the king of measurements. So the measurements are in order.
My greatest milestone this far in my career for me would have to be at age 25, opening up my own patisserie and be running now for 2 years. The first year was very difficult, and I thought, you know what, after this year, I don't think I'll be able to make it. Now that I'm on to 2 years, heading on to 3, is quite an achievement for me at this age. My future plans for the brand are to be able to leave behind a solid foundation, especially for my nieces and nephews and for my brother, and for the generations to follow after that. I want to go knowing that I've left something that's solid for them to build on, and make sure that generational wealth is continued and they're able to build on to what I've actually created. That for me is the biggest plan that I have this far.
His next stop is with the SA Culinary team competing at Chef's Congress 2022, and that must make us favorites. Just ahead, one family's 3-generation-long vision of turning fresh goat's milk to great cheese in just 2 days. A trip from head office to the Winelands home of a renowned and original goat's cheese farm was how Capitec's Kelly Goldsworthy and Simphiwe Zondi decided to treat themselves with their Live Better rewards this month. Rewards which they want all their customers to get the most out of.
Capitec's Live Better is our new rewards program. It's real cashback, real rewards, real simple. And we're here today to explore how we can use our Live Better cashbacks and savings to really experience something amazing and add value to our lives.
To bring value to our clients, we've given them tools to be able to start saving for themselves. We reward them for banking and have partnered with some amazing retailers.
Live Better cashbacks are for banking, saving and spending better and are paid on the 10th of every month, Live Better Day. On Live Better Day, the way to get cashbacks is through partners, through banking better and getting bank better rewards, or through using our automatic savings tools and actually saving for yourself.
This new take on how to live better reflects an idea the Back family had 40 years ago to make a healthy type of cheese from goat's milk. Neil Duplessis told us more.
Welcome to Fairview. We are a 3rd-generation family-owned farm situated just outside of Paarl and about 45 minutes away from Cape Town. We primarily produce a wide selection of wines and a large selection of artisanally produced cheeses. Our story with goats starts all the way back in the early 80s, where the current owner, Charles Back's father, decided to buy 300 goats from a farming project in Swaziland. They arrived and we started making goat's milk cheeses. From very humble beginnings, very rustic cheese making in the beginning to where we are today. And yes, we produce a large selection of cheeses. Our goat's milk cheeses, which is our specialty cheeses, but then we produce camembert, brie, other white malt cheeses, blue mold, cream cheeses, some yogurt, so quite a bit.
After the first Saanen goats arrived decades ago, the herd grew substantially to meet public demand, and estate manager Donald Mouton explained why.
What makes goat's milk unique, I think, is the composition of the goat's milk. It's got a softer fat globule, it's pre-homogenized, so it's much more digestible than cow's milk, especially when it comes to humans. And then if you milk by a machine or you milk very hygienically and you cool it down immediately, you're going to have a product that is top class.
Since the family first enlisted passionate Italian Michele Agostinelli to develop the cheesery, it's now the proud duty of Bruce Robotham to be resident cheesemaker.
As a cheesemaker, it's very important to get really fresh, good quality milk. So at Fairview, we're very lucky that we've got our own goats, so we know the quality of the milk that's coming in that we can test. And from there, a fresh cheese is produced in a very short time, so there's not a lot of maturation or yeast and molds that are used to mature the cheese. So a fresh cheese is a product that is produced within 2 to 3 days and packaged and sold. The chef and produced at Fairview is, to me, a very traditional way of doing it. We start off with pasteurized milk that is in a tank where we've added cultures to it. We let it acidify, and then from there it's poured into cheese bags that are used to drain off the whey. From there we will put it onto table presses where we will press more whey out of the curd to get it to a moisture level that is suitable to be able to mix in the salt and to get the texture of the product right. We will then put it into extrusion machines where we are able to extrude it into the little logs that the customers buy, which are about 100-gram portions. We can also take it a step further where the chevin is a very nice base to be able to put certain spices with, which brings up the flavor in the product.
It was already a rewarding day for Kelly and Simphiwe.
It's amazing how we can go outside, see the goats, see them get milked, taste the fresh goat's milk, and then walk straight into the factory next door and see the cheese be made. It's super fresh, really traditional, making high quality products that we can really enjoy at the end of the day.
To be honest with you, I've never tried goat cheese before, so a little bit nervous as to what it really tastes like. So looking forward to actually tasting it, and yeah.
Chevin is one of the first cheeses that was made on the estate. And here at the tastings, although that same traditional recipe is still the most popular, there's a whole range to try.
Today we'll be tasting a selection of our goat's milk cheeses, and we're going to be pairing them with 4 of our wines. We'll be starting with some soft Chevin style cheeses, so soft goat's milk cream cheeses. We then have 1 or 2 white mold or camembert style, 1 or 2 with blends with a bit of goat's milk and cow's milk, and then some that are 100% goat's milk.
Some of which are rolled in garlic and herbs, others in crushed black pepper and paprika.
The cheese experience has completely blown my mind. I think I've been converted today into a goat cheese fan. I'm gonna take some convincing to like the plain one, but other than that, the ones with the spices I think are pretty good for me.
Favorites today, so difficult. I think probably the black pepper and paprika. I'm really glad I used my Live Better cashbacks today. I think the experiences I've had, the people I've met, the food I've tasted, it's been worth every last penny, and I can't wait to have more value and do more things with all those cashbacks that I keep getting every month.
Today's inspired me to live better by just getting out more, exploring Cape Town. Since I'm a Joburg guy, clearly there's a lot more for me to explore down here.
There's no end to thoroughly original and proudly South African adventures, flavors, and destinations to spend your Live Better cashback on. Activate your Live Better savings account on the Capitec app. Then tell us what you'd spend your cash back on and stand a chance to win R1,000. Simply reply to the competition post on the Insider SA's social media platforms using hashtag #LiveBetter. T's and C's apply and can be found on the Insider SA website. Still to come, 13 is a lucky number for Bontle Modiselle and Priddy Ugly, whose love springs eternal.
Sponsored by Capitec. Simplify banking. Live better.
With their careers lived in the public eye, dancer, choreographer, presenter and actress Bontle Modiselle and rapper Ricardo Priddy Ugly Malloy have enjoyed an ever-blossoming romance by keeping things fresh and real.
So we're at Rosemary Hill Farm, somewhere far, far, far away, somewhere gorgeous and secluded. And, like coming in, I think the place just feels so calm and so inviting and so gorgeous. It just makes you feel like 6 out of 7 days in the week, you just want to be here, you know. But the greenery is gorgeous. The scenes are stunning, and everyone here is just is amazing. So yeah. So what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to, well, one, just, you know, being in nature for sure. You know, just surrounded by so many trees. Looking forward to our picnic. I mean, I heard there's horse riding. Always had like a horse riding phobia. Yeah, nah. You know, I was a big Superman fan growing up, and, you know, Christopher Reeves, you know, became paralyzed from like a horse riding trip. So since then, it's like, but we rebuke, none of that is gonna happen. It's gonna be beautiful. So looking forward to that, and just like kicking it. You know, we stay working all the time, so it's like it's cool to just like
Just get a moment to breathe.
Cocktails, yeah, nah.
Cheers,
Hey,
Doug.
Joe.
Credited by US singer Kelly Rowland as giving the best dance class ever, it was Bontle's moves which also caught Priddy's eye.
So dancing brought us together, you know, I guess when we were like 16. And I was a dancer then. I'm not a dancer now. B still a dancer, choreographer, and many more. The first time I saw you was on a dance competition on TV that you won.
Of course.
And I thought like, she looks super cute. And then a month later, I was at another festival, a dance competition live. And you were there. We started chatting, and
But the irony is that even though you hustled my contact,
you asked me out.
Yes, I did.
Yes, of course.
I definitely made the first
Girl,
move.
shoot your shot. I mean, shout out to Dance for bringing us together, dog. We're here 13 years later.
Yo, 13. That's a while.
Escaping to weekend hideaways like this isn't the reason this very visible couple have been a little out of sight of late. Since the birth of their daughter, Africa Bonita Lerato, she's been their happy obsession.
We're going from being newlyweds into being first-time parents in such a short space of time. And we're a melting pot of everything. It's anxiety, it's excitement. You have 1,010,000 questions about this person who was a combination of both of us, you know, and all you want to do is hold her. And so as soon as they pulled her out, the first thing he said was, "Oh, she has a head full of hair." And that was beautiful. So as much as we had all the questions, immediately as she arrived, everything was answered, you know, and everything since then has made so much sense. So she's brought so much joy, so much fulfillment, and so much love, and a great deal of purpose to both of us.
To spend any time away from their daughter, it has to feature something special, like this experience.
We've got about 35 horses at the stables. It's a mixture of privately owned horses as well as horses that are ours, that we use for rides. And then the owners of the privately used horses also make use of our trails and take their horses out for rides. There's a lot of activities on the farm, from picnics to the 2 different restaurants, accommodation, all sorts of stuff. And the horse riding obviously adds in with that. So it's super laid back. People can expect a very relaxed ride out in the fields, on the farm, and it's just beautiful, and you can just expect a good time.
To calm his nerves, Priddy channeled the same focus which saw him make the Morocco Swallows Academy and South Africa's national athletics youth team as a young man. Having his chilled bride alongside him also helped.
Yo, downtime is being with family, bro. Being with our daughter, mainly being with family and being with our daughter.
Working in the business, you realize how much you just want to be home, you know? You're always on the road. And I think for us, we value our time together. But if we do go out, we'll go to a place that is kid-friendly because we want to accommodate our baby more than anything else. But family first, all the time. We love being home. I've only ever had one other horse riding experience, but it was as calm as this one. In fact, this riding experience is a lot calmer than my first one. I think also the state that I was in at the time, I was a lot more anxious because it was the first time and I didn't know what to expect. But I'm having a great time here. I love Tariki and Tariki loves me. Oh, how amazing was that, babe?
It was fire.
It's beautiful.
I am hungry.
I know, me too.
But the horse riding was fire, man. That was super fun. I really enjoyed that.
They were going to take their time and savor this picnic, as things are busier than ever when they get back.
I just opened up my own dance studio, a very long time coming, a very big dream that I've had for the longest of time. Bontle Modiselle Dance Studios is a place where I want anyone who comes there to feel free, to feel like they can express, to feel like they can vent, to feel like they can cry, but also feel a new level of joy, a new level of excitement, but also to just try something new and to completely surrender to what the space needs you to do, which is simply to avail yourself, you know. We're 15 floors in the sky, and it literally feels like you're dancing right next to God.
So the album Soul is out, and it's just like listeners, hip-hop listeners digest, you know. There's like palettes for every single body. There's like songs to make you think, there's heartfelt songs, there's a song, you know, dedicated to my lovely lady here, which is called Whoa Whoa. So go check it out, The School of Infinite Learning. The album is out, my sophomore album. So what you guys can look forward to from us in the future is that we're very, very big advocates for global African excellence, especially where the arts and culture frame of things is concerned, you know? So be looking forward to music, visuals, more content, more dancing, more fitness, more spirit, more health. And
more international travels.
For sure.
Touching places and spaces we couldn't even have imagined, but also bringing those spaces into our very homes, you know? I mean, I'm still trying to wrap my head around Kelly Rowland being in my dance studio.
Yes, ma'am. Let's cheers to that.
Thank you!
A winning recipe for keeping love, career, and life as fresh as the day they met.
Get more of the Insider SA online. Follow, connect, engage, and be inspired to live better with the Insider SA. Watch the show Monday evenings at 5:30. Repeat Saturday at 1 on S3.